Hello, everyone. It's your girl, RenaeThaDiva, and this is Let's Talk About It, a weekly podcast where we discuss things that are going on in our nation, in our cities and states, and all around. And we also discuss some sports and entertainment. And we do also have special guests. So today we do have with us Mr. Brent Gaskins, and I look forward to you guys meeting him. Let's get to it. Okay, let's talk about it. So, of course, a lot of people are upset right now because CNN, which is a national, nationwide broadcasting platform for sports, especially, has taken their platform off of a lot of streaming apps, including some cable companies. So people are really, really, really upset. Also in sports, of course, I have to start with Indiana. So the Indiana Fever are doing wonderful. We have actually landed the 2025 WNBA playoffs. Go Indiana, go Fever. Yay. So I look forward to all that comes with that. In other sports news, of course, the NFL has started the regular seasons. So we are excited about that as well. Now, let's get this in the way. I never say out of the way, in the way. We are sponsored, of course, by Legacy Collection. I will post a link for you to shop. They have shoes, accessories, you name it, they have it. We are also sponsored in part by not only Legacy Collection, but we are looking for sponsors, I should say. I take that back. We are looking for sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring this podcast, or an episode or several shows, you can email us at legacyentstudios@gmail.com. So make sure you do so. Of course, our Vice President, Kamala Harris, and Mr. former President, Donald Trump, are scheduled for some other debates. They did have a debate on ABC as they were scheduled to do so. He had some words to say about that, of course. So we are just looking forward to our primaries. As far as local government is concerned, our governmental elections will start or take place on October the 2nd. So make sure you go out and vote. Again, I will never tell you who to vote for. Just make sure you vote. That's what I will say. Okay? So without further ado, again, being brought to you by Legacy Collection today, I will go ahead and bring to the stage Mr. Brent Gaskins. So I look forward to you getting to know him. Here we go. Well, hello, Brent. How are you today?
Hello, how are you doing?
I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Welcome to Let's Talk About It.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
Well, if you would, please go ahead and tell us who you are, what you kind of do, and how we even kind of came about.
Okay, my name is Brent Gaskins. You'll see on the screen Brent Moore Gaskins. That's my professional name that I use for acting. I am an actor of 9 years since 2015. Movie producer. We have 9 projects under our company, Amethyst on Fire Entertainment LLC. My business partner, my queen, my fiance, Ebony Joy, is my partner in those productions. She's also my acting coach, New York Film Academy graduate, currently working on her master's and doing a whole bunch of things in the community with her Queen Circle nonprofit. I'm the youngest of 9, originally from Brooklyn, New York. Grew up, moved to Camden, South Carolina when I was 5 or 6 years old. Then in middle school, went to Columbia, South Carolina, went to middle school there, then high school, graduated from W.J. Keenan High School, attended the University of South Carolina for 2 years. Coming out of high school, both of my lungs collapsed. So I was advised not to go, but I was hard-headed and driven. Went anyway, and my health got the best of me, so I did not graduate. Just went into the regular work world and had always dreamed about being an actor ever since I was a kid. I would say I was most inspired by my brother Joe, who would babysit me. He was a comic book fanatic. And part of his babysitting was sitting me down with a bunch of comic books. And that started me dreaming and reading and visiting other universes and learning about my superpowers and things of that nature. So that fast forward, 48 years old, working at a pharmaceutical company in Charlotte. They lay us off. I say I'm tired of corporate America, and I decide I'm going to be an actor. Against everyone's wishes, um, uh, against homelessness, I did what I felt like God was calling me to do, my purpose. And with it, I have been able to create a platform that allows me to preach in the streets, so to speak.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's all amazing and awesome. And you said you are located where, just for the audience? I know you
Mississippi, Holly Springs, Mississippi.
are. Okay.
But
Okay.
but but right now, at this moment, I'm actually on a movie set in Birmingham, Alabama, with my sister and family, Colette Darby and Anthony Darby. Their son, Christopher, is in the movie that's out now, 1992, with Tyrese. He plays Tyrese's son in that movie. So I'm actually with his family right now, filming in Birmingham, Alabama.
Well, awesome. Awesome. I look forward to seeing that work. So, with acting, how have you found it as far as being, for one, being African American and breaking in kind of from the ground up?
Okay. Um, I would say, depending on your direction, when I hear the word, and everybody has their own interpretation, but me personally, and again, I've been doing this since 2015. So, in my opinion, when you hear the word Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
Walk of Fame and awards and all that good stuff,
Mm-hmm.
um, of course, I would say it's hard. There are people who are at that level and they're still having a hard time. Um, getting paid what they're worth and getting roles that, allow them to be the main star. Seem like a lot of the lead roles keep going to the same people. I've been in a few Marvel movies myself, but I get frustrated when I sit back and I see how you'll take one actor and use him for two superheroes, a villain, and somebody else. When it's like, hey, I'm SAG, I'm union, I know how to speak, I know how to go through range of emotions, I know how to listen to direction, I know how to transition, I know how to come with a different voice if I need to. Hey, I'd like a speaking role, but so that's Hollywood. So I would say, again, there are people there who are way up at the top, and they're having a hard time. On the bottom end of the spectrum, where a lot of us come out of from doing background and working on independent film projects, I don't know. I would have to say everybody has to speak truth to their own market. I was in the North Carolina market, and we got started with a few things, but then it seems like things got back to being cliquish. um,
Mm-hmm.
you have the same producers making the same content with the same group of people. So I got tired of that, so I started venturing out, and that put me in Atlanta. And in Atlanta, that's where I got the big movies like Coming to America 2, Wakanda Forever, Captain America 3, Civil War, Avengers Endgame, those kind of movies. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want just the independent stuff. So I just kind of built a um, sort of a montage of different talent that IPA. I do background. I've done featured. I've done speaking. I've done lead. I've done TV series, Fatal Attraction, Exhumed, when you got to dig the body up. I've done commercials. I got a commercial with Shaq. I got a commercial with Bank of America Boston Marathon. So I've purposely mixed my resume. But now I am at a point after 9 years, and I feel like I know what I'm doing. And even though I feel like I know what I'm doing, I still have, like I said, my fiance is my acting coach, and I'm still learning. Um, I'm ready for bigger roles and bigger projects. I'm ready for something that lasts 5 seasons and it's recurring, you know,
For
or
sure. For sure.
that $250,000 speaking role in a major movie, whatever. But I'm ready to step up. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So, in case you are not aware, we are live. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on um, your own personal pages. So I'll have you share that information in just a minute. We also have YouTube channels. So make sure you're liking, sharing, following Legacy Entertainment Studios on YouTube, and also Renee the Diva, RenaeThaDiva. So let me ask you, Mr. Brent. I heard you say that you are definitely making sure that you are diversifying your portfolio in acting. How did the strikes affect you when they were doing the SAG-AFTRA strikes?
Well, I'll go back a little bit further. Corona, then the strikes. That was the best thing that ever happened to me personally. Um, I actually did a Google search. Well, I asked Siri on my Apple phone I had, what was everybody doing now that we're in a pandemic? And Siri's answer was watching TV.
Wow.
I said, oh, okay. So we went and got a Roku channel. We have a Roku channel called Amethyst on Fire. Um, AOFTVRoku.com. So we went and got a Roku channel. And also during the pandemic, um, I filmed a movie called Jack Be Nimble. Got signed on as an associate producer. Um, the pandemic actually made me do two things. Number one, um, have a bigger and better footprint in the entertainment industry from the other side of it, as owning something that other people buy into, and hence the TV channel. The other thing that happened was I said, well, what if this happens again? You know, Hollywood is shut down. Nobody's promoting nothing on social media. They're saying don't promote movies that are, until we get through the strike. And I was in stuff that I wanted to promote and couldn't promote it. I was like, man, that's a whole lot of control.
Mm,
So
very true.
um, we started, getting into creating our own content. And now again, we're 8 projects in where we are producers on projects, other projects. So to me, it calls me to evolve and not just sit down and say, oh, we're in the pandemic, oh, we're in the strike, we can't do anything. Um, I was telling all of the independents at that time, now is your time to flourish, guys. These other big platforms, they're drying up with content, and Hollywood's not producing any. So there you go. Let's get it out there. So yeah,
Right.
that's it. It actually was a catalyst for me to change and evolve into something else.
So you also mentioned that your fiance is also your coach and business partner. How is it working with the love of your life? Is it, do you have like conflicts as far as like separating
Oh,
the two, the
absolutely,
personal and
absolutely. I mean, we'll be breaking down the script, and I'll feel like it should be, acted out this way for the audition, and she'll bring she brings the technical side of it. I'm coming from a natural standpoint because I've never had an acting coach. So everything I have developed to the point where I actually picked her up as my acting coach, it was all natural for me. It was learning it as I went. It was whatever the director asked me for, I'm going to give it to him or her. And so I felt good. I mean, great at being like a chameleon. Like whatever you ask me for, I'm going to give it to you. You could tell me to improv, I'm going to improv. You tell me to give you a voice, I'm going to give you a voice. You tell me to give you an accent, whatever you tell me to do, I can uh, 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 and hold it to that character or that voice or whatever. Um, so yeah, we do bump heads, but she brings the technical side of it. She brings things that I didn't go to school for, and she did, and I respect it. She's a director in her own right. Um, Matter of fact, we have a movie that we're getting ready to add to the channel now called Liz that she directed along with Andrew Smith from A1 Day One Productions, and she did a great job. Not because she's my fiance, not because she's my acting coach. I look at a film, I look at all films the same way. How well it was shot, the storyline, the transitions, the surprise element if that's in the film. And this
mhm.
it's a short film, but it's the best 12 minutes and 41 seconds that I've seen in a long time. And it's clean. and they left it where it could be expanded on. And I hope they do. And I want to be a part of it if they do. Andrew
Like a
Smith,
sequel.
Kelvin Edwards. I'm telling them right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard that here first. Hey guys, do a sequel. There you go. So tell me a little bit more about the content that is on your Roku channel, and what kind of audience are you targeting? Are you targeting like everyone? Is there a specific audience that you kind of target with the movies that you select to put on your channel? How are you kind of doing that?
No, I want everybody's content. If it's clear and of good quality, and I know what it is up front, I know how to categorize it. I know how to movie rate it. Um, just, good, clean content. And if you actually go to the channel, you'll see where it says that this channel was created for independent filmmakers and artists. That includes musicians as well. A place where you can get your content on a bigger platform other than, Facebook and Instagram, but on a TV platform, which in my mind adds value to your content. Because none of this stuff is free. It costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't realize that. They think people just, be podcasting the podcast. No, your podcast has to be watched. The streams got to be downloaded. Like, spend 99 cents, spend $1.99, and that's my thing. Like I've watched people go spend money at a movie theater for people who they really don't know. You just know them from what you see on TV and what's exposed to you through the news and social media, but you don't know them. But you'll go drop, $100 for you and your family to go watch them in a major movie, and they're already multimillionaires. And then you have the independents who are trying to come up that you know them. Like y'all have eaten food at the same table, y'all drank together, y'all smoked together, y'all made films together. And for some reason, I don't know what it is. And I say it on every interview. I have no idea what it is, but you know, nothing against, any other platform, but just for an example, there's a platform. They garnered 20,000 pieces of content, and I would say 95% of that content came from African American content creators. And then they turned around and sold the company for 400 million. Well, none of those content creators got any of that 400 million, but it was their content that advertisers bought into because they
That's
wanted the audience of viewers watching your content, and they pay that company money. So why can't we do that for each other? Why can't all of the viral groups that's on social media take every independent film project, every independent music artist, and say, hey, guess what? We're going to make sure that you make some money. The term starving artist should not exist. It should not exist. That
agreed.
term should not
Agreed.
exist.
Agreed, for sure. So if you are just joining us, this is Let's Talk About It, a weekly podcast. We do have on with us our special guest this afternoon, which is Mr. Brent Gaskins, who is an actor, a SAG-AFTRA actor, and he also owns his own Roku channel, along with his lovely fiance, and I can't wait to meet her as well. And we are discussing kind of how he even got into the acting community and kind of the things that are kind of going on, and how content creators need to actually work together. And the goal, if I'm paraphrasing you correctly, is definitely for the individual content creators or the independent content creators to gain monetary gains from these kind of contents they're putting out. Because a lot of people, and no matter what industry you're in, intellectual power is money. You should be rewarded and paid for your talent. I agree with that a wholehearted 120%. So, and that's the reason why we ask for sponsorships or ask for people to subscribe on the platforms that have subscriptions like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook and YouTube and what have you. And a lot of times people don't realize that supporting someone, for one, takes nothing from you. And if there is a cost, it's usually fairly minimal to be able to help someone advance and go forth. We need to be bringing forth our new Tyler Perrys, our new Oprah Winfrey's, our new whomever you would like to say in the industries that have made it, like our Spike Lee's or your Izala Van Zants or a number of different people that they would say. Go ahead.
You brought something back to my mind when you mentioned the name of Spike Lee. So here's a plan that would not cost anybody anything out of their pocket, but it would make everyone so successful. I'm going to go with actors and filming because that's what I do primarily. That's what I know. So I'm going to speak just to that industry alone. Imagine if, all right, I tell you what, I want you to help me with this. And if you got people in the audience, they're welcome to drop comments. I want you to name let's make it shorter. Name 3 top African male actors that you know. Go ahead.
Of course, Morgan Freeman. I would say Samuel L. Jackson, and then I'll even go old school, Harry Belafonte.
Okay, great. Let's take Harry off. Wait, is Harry deceased? Harry's deceased, right?
He is.
Okay, let's pick somebody that's alive.
Okay, so another actor that I would probably say would be, like even Tyler Perry. He's an actor.
Okay, let's do Tyler. All right. Now give me 3 females.
Angela Bassett.
Awesome.
We can go with Taraji P. Henson.
Awesome. Let's go.
We can go with. I'm sorry, my camera has lost its connection. There we go.
Oh, that's all right.
And we can go with, besides Taraji, Angela, we can go with even, I'm loving some of her newest works. She is the daughter of Minnie Riperton, and I'm trying to remember her name.
Ooh, I don't know that one. Okay.
She does more comedy. She's getting into more stand-up, and she's doing more platforms as well.
You talking about wait a minute, Diana Ross's daughter, Tracy Ross?
No, but Tracy Ellis Ross is a good one also. She's a good one also.
Okay, all right. So we got 3 males and 3 females that are tops in the film industry. They've paved the way. They've handled some of the biggest roles. Very successful TV series, modeling all over the place, right?
Right.
Imagine if those 6 entities you just named each took 20 males and 20 females that are in the film industry right now. In other words, let's say they put on some type of contest and or even they just really took a look at people's IMDb's and see the work that they have done and that kind of thing. And what if they chose every year 20 actors and actresses and they use their influence to help bring those actors and actresses up by placing them in roles directly opposite of them, or in the same production, but giving them an opportunity. Imagine if they all started, and that's just 6, but imagine if all of them at the top started taking 20 people each year, 20 people a year, 10 for the first 6 months, 10 for the last 6 months. Use their social media influence. Pay for that person to be in their presence on their social media live, filming a movie with them. Exposing them to some of the training that they received, maybe that they could afford, that these people can't afford. Imagine what our industry would look like alone, and then we just kept press and repeat every year. Because if you're bringing 20 people up, and now they're up and they're established and they got the influence and they're being sought after and they're being paid what they're due, and now they repeat the same process, it becomes exponential. And so that's what I would love to see as a plan by African Americans for African Americans to help bring and elevate their own. I'm gonna say this real quick. Christopher Emmanuel is like I said, I'm filming with their family right now.
Mhm.
Christopher Emmanuel went on his live on Instagram when they were filming 1992. You talking about Tyrese, Ray Liotta, Scott Eastwood, I think that's Clint Eastwood's son, and executive produced by Snoop Dogg. Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
1992, the film that came out Friday about a $10 million heist and the LA riots when Rodney King verdict came in. So Christopher was on his live and Tyrese took his phone and took his live over and said, I'm serving everybody notice that I got this young man. Whether it's my influence, opportunities, a phone call, a name drop, money, whatever he needs, I got him.
Wow. Yeah, that was powerful for sure.
And if you go anywhere on social media right now and look up the 1992 movie by Averill Broman, you'll see Tyrese and Christopher everywhere. LA Rams game, red carpet, with Vin Diesel and some of the cast from the Fast and Furious that came to show love to Tyrese and them. They got a big painting up of Ray Liotta. Very beautiful piece of artwork. And you know, tears is flowing and stuff, but they got him right there. And that's what I feel we could and should be doing for each other in this industry. Somebody who is a top podcaster, top news person or whatever, should be reaching down and saying, come here, Renee. I see what you're doing, girl. Let me show you some things that you may not know yet. Let me show you how I got to where I got, and let me feed into your existence and your purpose by exposing my audience of 1.2 million, 3.4 million, 20.7 million to you and your podcast. And I'm going to come on your podcast and I'm going to interview, you're going to interview me. And I'm going to bring my whole audience into your live. I'm going to bring them to your YouTube. I'm going to bring them to your IG, your Facebook, your LinkedIn. Everywhere where you're monetized, I'm going to bring my audience and tell them to support you because you align with the right things that I support as a professional who's above you. And I would love to see more people like you come up and replace me because we all got to die one day.
That's it, for sure.
And your testimony ain't going to be how big your house was, what car you drive, or how many degrees you got. God is going to ask you, who did you help?
That's it. That's very much true. And I thank you for saying that, first of all, because that is why I do this podcast. That is why I have this platform, because I want to be able to assist those that may be coming behind me. I'm on the downward swing, as they say, in the ages. You know, I probably don't look it, thank you. But you know, but seriously, you know, that is why we have our platforms, why we have our voices. We need to stop or get out of the crabs in the barrel mentality and think of ourselves only. We have to think about those that are coming behind us, because so many of the younger people, and I won't even say younger, just people as a whole, are lost. They are just clueless as to how to even survive in certain situations, especially in, like you say yourself, in Hollywood or in this new found social media platform, Credenza, you know, that has all different kinds of facets that you can go into. You know, it would be easy for someone to be taken advantage of without persons like yourself that are willing to speak up. Thank you for that again. So, okay, in closing, I know that, you know, you have to probably get back on set.
I'm good.
Okay. So we have been talking. Today's guest is, of course, Brent Gaskins. He is an actor. He is also a producer. has his own Roku channel, and he has just been an amazing gift to us today here on Let's Talk About It. So we say thank you, first of all, for coming. He, along with his fiance, have a business called Amethyst on Fire. He's been kind of sharing with us a little bit of his platform and how he kind of helps out. So, Brent, how can people get in contact with you?
Absolutely. My email address is my name that you see on the screen, all lowercase, no spaces, BrentMoreGaskins at gmail.com. So Brent More Gaskins. And a lot of people leave that R off, that second R, and it doesn't go through, but it's Brent Morer Gaskins at gmail.com. My Facebook and Instagram are all at Brent More Gaskins.
So I did just post that. So for
Yes, ma'am.
those who are watching, please make sure you are again liking, sharing, and following all Brent's work. And we look forward to watching your movies on Roku, and I'll just go ahead and say probably on Tubi and some of the other platforms.
Tubi, Amazon, movie theaters. Yes.
There you go. There you go. It looks like we had some comments come in. So thank you for those who have commented. Please like, share, and follow. If you do have any comments that we have not answered, please post them, myself and or Brent. We'll get back to you after the broadcast is over if we have not done so now. Again, make sure you're liking, sharing, and following. Also, Legacy Entertainment Studios on all social media platforms. And Brent, again, thank you. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, sis.
And I look forward to talking to you again soon, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you to your audience and those that took the time for 30 minutes to just share with us what we were sharing.
There you go. For sure. For sure. We would be nothing without them, I tell you. And of course, the men upstairs, because I have to give all credit.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
So if you have been watching, we have had on with us Mr. Brent Moore Gaskins, who is an actor, SAG-AFTRA actor, and he is also owner of his own Roku channel, along with his lovely fiance, who is also a coach. I have his email address posted if you are interested in getting into the.
And I think her screen went out again. So anyway, if anyone wants to reach out in regards to the channel, BrentMoreGaskins at gmail.com. Matter of fact, if she hasn't disconnected, let's see. I'll drop it in the chat. And then the channel, the Roku channel. All right, so I think I put in the chat. Did I chat to everyone? Chat with everyone in the studio. Yep. All right. There's the Roku channel, and I'll drop my email in here as well. Hello, Robin Whistle, South Africa. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, I'm still on my live. Thank you guys for dropping in. We appreciate you. Let me get back to set and hope everyone's having a good day. Don't forget, go out and check my nephew, the movie 1992. That's Christopher Emmanuel. He plays the son of Tyrese. That's Ray Liotta's last film, I believe, and Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's son. In theaters now. Directed by Ariel Broman. Awesome piece of work. The poster artwork even is just beautiful. The colors they use and the tone that they use for the feel of the movie. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys, and y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.